Here on GMA, it is a hot one for so many folks. Marquette, Michigan had an all-time hot September temperature of 95. There are many records possible to drop today. We'll get into all of that. And more on the rip current risk after a dramatic rescue of a surfer saving a struggling swimmer and a dangerous holiday weekend at the beach. You'll see those stories and so much more right here on GMA.
We'll still ahead in our next hour of GMSA. San Antonio police officers dealing with another suspect, this one on the southeast side. And we hear from the chief what unfolded that ended with the suspect being shot and killed. Plus, we're getting you ready for day one of the Ken Paxton impeachment trial, what you need to know about the case before things start up today in Austin. And up next, a massive manhunt continues on the East Coast for a convicted killer who escaped from prison. A scary tale of a homeowner who met him face to face. Plus, we know people returning to work, returning to school today after a long weekend. What are the roadways going to look like? We're checking in with Stephen Cavazos in just a few moments.
This morning on GMSA, over 20 people are recovering after a car crashed through a Denny's. What we've learned overnight from Houston.
And taking a live look out the Alamo City, the sun is not up, but we do expect those temperatures to rise throughout the day. 80 degrees now. How hot will it get? How many triple-digit days are on the forecast? We're going to check in with Mike Osterhage in just a few moments.
Live from KSAT 12. Good morning, San Antonio starts right now.
Good morning. It is 6 o'clock. It is Tuesday, September 5th. For so many of you out there, it is the first day back to work, back to school. Speaking of which, how was your 3-day weekend?
It was wonderful. Thank you for asking. Went out of town. It was a little hotter where I was, but it was still nice in Laredo, south of here.
You have a new niece.
Yes, brand new baby.
Congratulations,
niece.
Adorable.
Thank you.
So you got new family. Mike got a new tan.
Got a new tan. Also out of town.
It's called didn't quite get the sunscreen everywhere it should have gotten. So yes, but it was beautiful down at the coast this weekend. On Sunday, a lot of folks down there, but that nice sea breeze coming on in. And then yesterday, just kind of sitting out by the pool last day, it was pretty hot because the humidity didn't drop as much in the afternoon. That's going to be the situation today as well, where the humidity, yes, it will drop from where it is right now, but not like what we had last week. So here's what it looks like outside. We've got just one or two clouds hanging out there. 81 degrees right now. The dew point, 73. So we still have enough humidity to where you notice it when you step outside. Wind out of the southeast, primarily 8 miles per hour. Heat index 86, 87 Canyon Lake, New Braunfels, as well as Stinson. Mold is on the moderate side. Ragweed is low. The updated count is going to come out about 7:30 or so this morning. And temperatures, we will stay right around 80, 81 the next couple of hours. Warm up through the 80s, 91 at noon. 1 o'clock, that's the normal high temperature, 93, and then add almost 10 degrees to that. So we're still way, way above normal, obviously. We're going to make it up to 101 later on this afternoon. This is going to be day number 69 of triple-digit temperatures so far this year, and we're going to continue to rack them up this week. There is some hope down the road, way down the road. We'll talk about that coming up in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, still got some problems out there?
Well, those resolved pretty quickly, Mike. Thankfully, for anyone that's hitting the roads this early in the morning, let's take a look at what you can expect. I-10 at the Y is a great shot. We are seeing a little bit more traffic now that we've entered 6 a.m., which is always expected at this time. So just make sure to pack patience anytime you see some congestion out on the roadway. That could just be a lot of folks returning to work and maybe getting the early start to drop the kids off at school. But right behind me, for the most part, we have just seen some quiet roadways as folks are returning to their daily lives after Labor Day. But just make sure you take your time, especially if you're traveling into San Antonio. Thankfully, there's no need to rush. It's still pretty green from Seguin along I-10 westbound with 27 minutes at this hour. Along 87 northbound heading in from Lavernia, it's about 33 minutes. And for our friends in Floresville, if you plan on hitting the roads and heading right here to the Alamo City, you can expect about a 29-minute drive time. But we'll get it back here at this shot at I-10 at the Y. Our morning commute started off just a bit bumpy, but things have improved, but getting busier. So I'll keep a close eye on things. I'll have another update for you a little bit later on. Guys.
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, a man is in critical condition after police say he was shot near a West Side apartment complex overnight. So it happened in the 2000 block of Bandera Road near Cloudcroft Drive between a corner store and the apartments. Police tell us that the man was shot in the stomach area and went to the apartments to get help. So far, police do not have any suspect information.
This morning, we're gathering new details on a meetup at a Northeast Side park that was shut down by San Antonio police. Thousands of people showing up at Lady Bird Johnson Park Saturday to meet TikTok influencer Cam Wilder after he announced that he'd be there. Officers tell us around 3,000 or 4,000 people went to the park. Police tell us people were not acting violently. However, the size of the crowd did pose a threat to public safety.
Happening today, the eyes of Texas are on Austin. The impeachment trial for suspended Attorney General Ken Paxton will begin this morning around 9 a.m. So if you remember, the Texas House of Representatives impeached him months ago. Paxton is accused of repeatedly abusing his office to help a donor. More than 4,000 pages of evidence have been published in this unique case. There is no judge in this trial. Instead, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick will oversee the proceedings.
Topping your morning headlines, 23 people eating inside a Denny's restaurant injured yesterday after the driver of a Jeep crashed right through the restaurant. So this all happened in Rosenberg, just southwest of Houston. So take a look. I mean, this was the area, and that's the Denny's. The caution tape still up in that video. Now the Jeep going fast enough to break completely through the wall. This is the aftermath. Breaking through the building, some people suffering minor cuts, others had severe injuries, all non-life-threatening. The ages of those who were injured, that ranges from 12 years old all the way up to 60 years old. Still, the investigation is underway, trying to figure out what exactly caused the crash. We do know the driver was not injured.
And tributes are pouring in for Steve Harwell, the former lead singer of the rock group Smash Mouth, who died yesterday at the age of 56. Harwell passed away in his Idaho home after entering hospice care for liver failure. Smash Mouth's hits include Walkin' on the Sun and I'm a Believer, featured in the hit movie Shrek. Now, the group has continued to perform with a new vocalist since Harwell left the band in 2021.
And students at the University of Wisconsin in Madison facing a different kind of peer pressure. Take a look. The fall semester getting underway, and that deck with dozens of people suddenly collapsing on a lake on campus. Students plunging into the lake, members of the public into the water. 20 people injured. One had to be taken to the hospital. So the majority not severe. No, the school says the area was not staffed by lifeguards at the time of the collapse. Right now, they're still investigating, trying to figure out how exactly this happened.
Now, the urgent manhunt for an escaped killer in Pennsylvania is entering day 6.
Investigators got the fugitive's mother to even record a message pleading for him to surrender.
And they have been blasting it from search helicopters above as the community remains on edge. Here's ABC's Derek Dennis.
This morning, a close call for this Chester County, Pennsylvania homeowner, nearly coming face to face in his house with prison escapee Danilo Cavalcante, on the run for nearly a week.
Woke up my wife. I said, hey, I think there might be somebody downstairs. Get on the phone.
Ryan Drummond says he and Cavalcante had a chilling exchange from one floor to another in his home last week.
What I decided to do was flip the light switch on and off, 3 or 4 or 5 times, pause, and then he flipped the light switch from downstairs 3 or 4 times, which was the moment of like, oh my God, this guy is down there.
Cavalcante slipping out of Drummond's door, getting away with food.
Peaches, apples, green snap peas had been missing. We have a bunch of little steak knives. It's possible that he could have also taken one of those.
Authorities say Cavalcante somehow broke out of the Chester County prison last Thursday. He was just starting a life sentence without parole for stabbing his ex-girlfriend to death in front of her young children. Police zeroing in on a 2-mile radius around the prison, noting 4 credible sightings, including home burglaries that they believe was Cavalcante.
We can confirm that we have investigated actually 2 burglaries.
Those incidents, coupled with this home surveillance video captured on Saturday of Cavalcante hiding in a backyard, leaving investigators convinced of his general whereabouts. Authorities have still not said how Cavalcante escaped 6 days after he broke out. A $10,000 reward was offered for information leading to his capture. Derek Dennis, ABC News.
Time now 6:08, 80 degrees.
And still to come, Google is celebrating a big birthday that might have you feeling a little old. I'll explain before 6:30.
After the break, the summer sun has not been kind to local tourism. That has some New Braunfels business owners saying the struggle is real, what they're hoping to do as we head into the fall season.
And looking out there with live cam, we are starting your day at 80 degrees, and you will need your shades to drive around San Antonio later this afternoon. We'll be right back. Welcome back. It's 6:12 now. As summer starts to wind down a little bit, towns who depend on tourism hope business will start to pick up.
So one of our local communities, New Braunfels, and the Chamber of Commerce there reported a slight drop in occupancy rates throughout the summer. For now, water's still flowing in the river. The water park, shopping, dining, tubing. As we know, that's the bread and butter of New Braunfels' tourism industry. But for some people, it is just too hot to get outside.
It's still been a busy summer, just not as busy as it can be when the weather's a little more favorable.
So business owners say the crowds on summer weekends, not what they're used to be. And many people still waiting really to the last minute to make plans and book hotels. They are optimistic that cooler weather and holiday shopping will change the tide for the rest of the year.
Just with all the festivals, we have the Comal County Fair coming up, in which we have a lot of people come in town for just the parade because it comes right downtown.
Visitors still have Worst Fest and the end of the year holidays coming up. So business owners, they are ready to roll with it. All right, so as we start the countdown for our next holiday, we're wondering, how did you spend your Labor Day?
So we visited some of the city parks to talk with people who live here about how they spent their holiday off work.
Typically, I stay out of the heat, but my sister and my brother-in-law and my husband convinced us to go out fishing today, so we are bearing the heat, hoping we can catch something.
Today it was to take the little boys to the zoo because they're always asking to go to the zoo, and it was an $8 day, so perfect timing.
I mean, it's just nice, you know, being off and getting the chance to spend more time with my family, and, you know, just a nice little break.
We're usually off on Mondays, but being that it's Labor Day, we went ahead and opened because it's going to be very busy here. A lot of people barbecuing, hanging out with the family, they're off. A lot of kids. Kids are our biggest clientele, so that's why we're here.
And the next holiday, the most wonderful time of the year, Halloween, in 56 days.
All right, so we know people are off out and about. They had the parks, they were at Delicious Nora's. There weren't too many people on the roads before 7 a.m. yesterday.
I'm sure it was quiet, but
yeah. A lot of people probably off to get their cup of coffee this early in the morning as we get a look around town, but I'm not seeing any issues that our TransGuide cameras are capturing, at least just yet. It's pretty early, so we're expected to see a lot more folks hit the roadways as they get their routine back and running here, but you're not really going to run into any issues out on the roadway, but you may run into some construction a little bit later this weekend. One of the big projects we always talk about here is the Loop 1604 North Expansion Project, and the way this is broken up is into 5 segments, but we do know at least 3 of those segments are under construction right now. So take a look here. Segment 2, which is actually just impacts the I-10 interchange. We're actually going to see a full closure there this weekend, guys. This begins Friday, September 8th and wraps on Monday, September 11th. This is overnight, and it will begin at 9 in the evening and end at 5 in the morning. We'll see the I-10 westbound exit ramp to La Cantera Parkway fully closed during that time. It's a pretty big project, and it's going to take a lot of time to complete. So just scan this QR code, know what to expect before you go, because we have a full list of all the other closures that are happening in our area. So just, again, all that text you saw on your screen will be at the tips of your fingers. So just plan your commute ahead of time and make sure to know what to expect if you have to travel through that area this weekend.
Good idea. Thank you, Stephen.
Thank you, Stephen.
4-day work week for most folks, 4-day school week for a lot of folks. So if you're getting ready to hit the bus this morning, or you don't want to hit the bus, you want to get on the bus.
Right.
Don't hit the bus.
Don't hit the bus.
It's like, why do we have to go back to school?
And don't hit the bus. Right? Anyway,
No.
80 degrees this morning, a couple of clouds hanging around here. A lot of humidity as well. The humidity will be dropped. You patting the we're
hitting the bus. Got it.
It's over by you, Stephen. Hit the bus. 101 high temperature later on, mostly sunny skies.
Do that.
Okay, just drive
There
off.
you go.
Before they just
Dad took the bus away from us.
All right, take a look at this picture. Everybody is trying to find shade, even those that, Anyway, be careful if you're outside.
Terrifying.
Obviously, with all the little creatures, great and small. Even the picture just gives me the woolies looking at that thing. All right, here is the Climate Prediction Center 6 to 10 day outlook going into then next weekend. And then even beyond that, obviously, for a few days. So as far as the chances for any sort of precipitation, looks like about 50-50 odds for seeing normal precipitation around here. Temperatures still are going to be remaining on the hotter side of things. but at least, now granted, this just means above normal, which normal right now is 93 degrees. So this doesn't mean we're going to be up to triple digits still, but still leaning on the normal side. Precipitation then going into the middle of the month, roughly a 50-50 chance for seeing normal precipitation and still leaning toward the warmer side of normal temperatures. Now, again, that doesn't mean triple digits, just means it is going to be not any sort of big cold snaps. That's the best thing to take away from that. All right, here's a look out there at the airport, and you can see somebody taking off to destinations unknown. 81 is the temperature right now. Same thing up there at Canyon Lake. Now, as far as the tropics are concerned, what we've got going on, there's nothing named right now. However, the Hurricane Center says this has pretty much a sure thing, 90% chance of developing into a tropical system within the next 48 hours, and probably even sooner than that. Now, as far as anything, as far as rain is concerned for us, we've got to jump ahead to Sunday, because between now and then, nothing going on, just some morning clouds, afternoon sunshine. Going to be hot, triple digits all the way through Sunday. But by later on in the day, a couple of showers going to be popping up here and there. Just few and far between, but at least there is that small chance. Same thing on Monday. Better chance of rain comes in here than on Tuesday, especially in portions of the hill country, and that's going to continue on into then Tuesday night as well as on into Wednesday. So we've got a bit of a front which is going to try and lie in the area, and so that's going to give us that chance for a couple of showers around here by the middle portion of the week, and then also starting to see somewhat of a broader pattern change. It's also going to be just 90s for temperatures going into next week for high temperatures as opposed to triple digits. Now, still above normal readings, but at least no triple digits, like I said. So we're going to be looking at, well, at least 99 by Monday, and then getting toward the mid 90s toward the middle part of next week. Again, normal right now is 93, so we continue to drop down a little bit above normal, but nothing as far as triple digits next week. We'll still continue to rack them up. So we're looking at about 74, 75 as far as the tally this year for triple digit temperatures.
I think people are ready to move on.
But you're saying there's a chance of rain.
Yes, and there's a chance of rain. Starting Sunday, we'll have that small chance. And then as we start to see, like I said, the bigger, broader pattern change going into next week.
That'll be wonderful.
Yeah.
Thank you, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Just about 6:20, 80 degrees.
And just ahead, as thousands are finally able to leave the Burning Man Festival, celebrity DJ Diplo is telling us about his experience. That is next in your GMA First Look.
There it is. That feeling you get when you can do more with less asthma. It starts with Dupixent. Dupixent is not for sudden breathing problems. It's an add-on treatment for specific types of moderate to severe asthma and can help improve lung function for better breathing in as little as 2 weeks. Dupixent helps prevent asthma attacks and can even reduce or eliminate oral steroids. Can you picture it? Dupixent can cause allergic reactions that can be severe. Get help right away if you have rash, chest pain, worsening shortness of breath, tingling, or numbness in your limbs. Tell your doctor about new or worsening joint aches and pain or a parasitic infection. Don't change or stop asthma medicines, including steroids, without talking to your doctor. Who knows what you can do when you do more with less asthma? Ask your asthma specialist about Dupixent.
In this morning's GMA First Look, Grammy-winning DJ Diplo speaks out about his Burning Man experience.
It did take me like 30 minutes to walk like 40 feet because it was so liquid and the water was sinking, 5-6 feet in. That was really hard to balance.
The globally famous DJ had been at Burning Man for 3 days before escaping the mud on foot, walking 6 miles.
And we just concentrated and made our way out. We just hoped there wasn't going to be any more rain or we would get caught in the dark.
Filming this video of their journey.
Chris Rock was kind of pacing with me and we just got to a truck that was stopped for a second. They're like, "Oh, Diplo, we love your music, but if you need a ride at the end, we got you." So we had like 10 of us jumped in the back of his truck and we took us the last 2 miles. And I put him on the guest list for eternity for my shows.
And we'll have much more on the mass exodus from Burning Man coming up at 7 a.m. With your GMA First Look, I'm Matt Gutman, ABC News, Black Rock, Nevada.
In your consumer headlines, this is really Heavy hit to my age. Google, turning 25 years old. In its time, it's gone from a dorm room idea to a daily part of our lives. Fun fact, 38% of searches involve people, 27% for tech products, 15% for sporting events, with the World Cup being the most Googled element. And I got to say, Google is really now part of the dictionary, because when you go to look something up, hey, I'm just going to Google it.
I know. I found it's funny. I find myself telling my daughter, hey, look it up, but like on the phone as opposed to getting a dictionary and looking it up that way. But we still learn. All right, looking ahead, FEMA and the FCC will be testing their alert systems on your phones and TVs next month. This will take place on October 4th. So be sure to look out for those alerts.
Again, just tests. And Meta and LG reportedly teaming up to build a new virtual reality headset. So it's in competition with Apple's new Vision Pro. Now, this new device will have an improved version of Meta's Quest headset. It's launching 2025. It starts at $2,000. And yes, you might be saying, wow, that's a lot. Apple's, we just looked it up, $3,500. Yeah. So it's almost half the price.
We'll wait till they come down.
You know what? My thought is capitalism. There's going to be more competitors. The price will come down.
Yeah. And then it'll maybe.
And then it'll be popular. Maybe. We'll see. Time now, 6:25, 80 degrees.
Still ahead at 6:30, San Antonio police are investigating 2 shootings from overnight, including one involving a car crash. We'll explain in just a few moments.
And taking a live look out at the roadways. A lot of people out and about this morning. We know it is the first day of school, first day of work for so many people who are coming off a long weekend. We're going to check in with Stephen and Mike in just a few moments. Let you know what you need to know before you go.
He is a violent individual. He should have been in jail. But this individual has a lengthy history with police.
Right now on GMSA, we know a suspect shot and killed after a confrontation with police. What led the officers to the suspect, and what else the police chief, William McManus, is saying about this ordeal? That's coming up.
And we are getting you ready for day 1 of the Ken Paxton impeachment trial. What you need to know about the case before things start today in Austin.
And taking a live look out at the Alamo City, the sun is not yet up. We do expect temperatures to rise throughout the day, another triple-digit day, but could there be an end to this streak? We're going to check in with Mike Ozarich in just a few moments. Till then, good morning. It is 6 o'clock. It is Tuesday, September 5th. I got to say, we say it's September 5th. It really has felt like July for 3 months now.
Yeah, it has. But the good news is, it might start to change just a little bit next week. And we'll take baby steps at this point.
Mike, she's getting everyone's hopes up here. What are we looking at?
Well, we got to wait till next week, though.
Okay.
It almost seems like it's the fishing story. Should have been here last week for the fishing. Next week. So it's still a week away. But, yeah, we are starting to see some indications that we're going to see a pattern change by next week. This week, no, it's still going to feel like early August around here, and then some are, July, August, forever, it seems like this year. 81 right now at the airport, dew point stands at 73. We got a couple of clouds hanging around here, somewhat of a heat index. You walk outside, it feels like 87, Canyon Lake, New Braunfels, Stinson, 85, Pleasanton, and 81 over there for folks in Hondo. The mold is on the moderate side. Ragweed is low. The updated count is going to come out in roughly an hour. So this morning, few clouds, plenty of humidity hanging around here. Mostly sunny. Yes, more triple digits today. Pretty much add 20 degrees to our current temperature. And we'll have enough humidity hanging around, even though it drops down, that you're going to feel every bit of that 101 and maybe a little bit more than that. Obviously, a little more tolerable in the shade. The rest of the week, we're going to stay at triple digits. Matter of fact, it is going to get a bit hotter the rest of the week. Then we go into next week, couple of showers and some lower temperatures. Like I said, we're going to start to see an overall pattern shift, leaning, don't get your sweaters out yet, but leaning more toward a fallish kind of a pattern. We'll talk about that and talk about those rain chances next week in just a couple of minutes. Traffic Authority, Stephen, first day back for short work week. Got some trouble out there, right?
Well, we did earlier, Mike. I think right now we are pretty much in the clear from what these TransGuide cameras are showing us. Now, 37, we saw a stall 18-wheeler that was reported, but that was about maybe an hour or so ago. At this point, we're just seeing a lot more traffic out there because it is returned to the work week for a lot of folks. But like you mentioned, mentioned, Mike, it's a short work week and a short week for maybe some of those kids heading back to school. Thankfully, a lot of these TransGuide cameras are just showing a smooth commute. Yeah, we're seeing a few more vehicles. That's always expected, but the good news is our drive shouldn't be too bad. It looks like a crash popped up off of I-37, not impacting the main lanes from what we're able to observe, but I'll get a closer look and find out how that is going to impact anyone's drive time. But again, the good news is that is not impacting any of the main lanes. I am starting to see that congestion. As always, that's usually the first spot, guys, where we see that buildup along US 90 eastbound right there at Loop 1604. So just be prepared if you're heading in from Castroville. It should still be about a 30-minute drive time, but I expect that number to go up as it usually does around this time. Pretty much we are green across the board for anyone that is heading into the Alamo City, so no need to rush out the door. But we'll get it back here on this shot at TransGuide. As you can see, 281 at Hildebrand. Slow down before you approach that curve. We'll continue to watch the roads closely, and I'll have another update a little bit later on. Guys.
Thank you, Stephen. New this morning, he had a weapon and he was pulling it. That's what Chief William McManus says led to a suspect being shot and killed by police.
The situation unfolded near Prestwick and South Cross on Monday, and the chief is sharing something we've heard before.
He says the man was, quote, a violent individual who should have been in jail.
Our Avery Everett reports that suspect was under police surveillance.
We've got a lot of investigative work to do before we figure out exactly what happened.
San Antonio police are investigating a deadly shooting on the southeast side where officers shot and killed a man they say may have shot at them. Chief William McManus says that suspect had 4 aggravated robbery warrants.
He is a violent individual. He should have been in jail.
That man has yet to be identified, but Chief McManus says he allegedly committed a robbery last night and 2 more this morning.
But this individual has a lengthy history with police.
SAPD says robbery units followed that man for hours. That's when Chief McManus says the suspect, quote, may have shot at officers.
In this case, the suspect, we understand, he had a weapon, we know, and we understand that he was pulling that weapon, which prompted the officers to protect themselves.
This marks the 3rd suspect SAPD officers have shot in the last week.
The officers' actions in these types of situations are predicated on the actions of the suspect.
No officers were injured tonight, but Chief McManus says there's more to be investigated. Chief McManus says it appears that man shot at officers, and I asked for clarification as to what appears means. He said he couldn't give that to us at this time, only knowing that the man had a weapon and that he was pulling it. Avery Everett, KSAT 12 News.
Well, happening today, the eyes of Texas politics all on Austin. The impeachment trial for suspended Attorney General Ken Paxton, that is set to begin this morning at 9 a.m. If you remember, the Texas House of Representatives, they impeached him months ago. Paxton is accused of repeatedly abusing his office to help a donor. More than 4,000 pages of evidence have been published in this unique case. No judge in the trial. Instead, Lieutenant Governor Dan Patrick will oversee the proceedings. Michael Arians, a law professor at St. Mary's School of Law, he says Texans should be prepared for the unexpected when it comes to this specific trial.
Even though the rules that the Senate passed with regard to how to conduct the impeachment are very legalistic, very law-like, an impeachment trial is a political event more than a legal event.
Paxton's wife, Senator Angela Paxton, will be in attendance, not allowed to participate or deliberate in any of the closed sessions. So, if any articles of impeachment do result in conviction, lawmakers could vote to remove Paxton as the Attorney General. So here are some of the main rules in the trial. First, House impeachment managers, they will present the evidence. Then senators will vote separately on each article of impeachment. Now, something to keep in mind, if 2/3 accept an article of impeachment, it counts as a conviction. If that happens, senators can then vote to remove Paxton from his office. Now, obviously, this is something we have been covering and we will continue to cover through the morning, especially as testimony gets underway. Right now on KSAT.com, we break down how the trial will operate. Just look for the article right on the homepage.
Looking ahead, budget work continues this week for the city of San Antonio and Bexar County. Both governments are scheduled to approve their 2024 budgets next week. San Antonio voters can still have their say on the city's $3.7 billion budget proposal. The city will host a town hall meeting tonight at the Copernicus Community Center, and that will start at 6:30. A public hearing is also scheduled for Thursday morning at 9 in council chambers. Now, the final vote on the 2024 budget is scheduled for Thursday, September 24th. As for the county, commissioners will hold their next budget workshop meeting tomorrow.
All right, time now, 6:37, 80 degrees.
Growing a sustainable native ecosystem in your own backyard. I'm Sarah Costa. Coming up on GMSA, we introduce you to a brand new local nursery that only sells native plants.
All right, time check is 6:40. We have a quick look at traffic. Now, we are spotting some issues, but you can see TransGuide cameras aren't really showing a whole lot out there. Just some busy traffic. It's what's not on the TransGuide cameras that is pretty concerning. We're going to get to Katrina Weber in just a moment, but for the most part, folks that are hitting the road shouldn't expect any trouble. You take a look here along US 90 eastbound. The only big issue that we're seeing on those TransGuide cameras are the slowdowns. US 90 eastbound just before Loop 1604. We have a pretty big delay there for anybody that's heading into town. So if you're heading in from Castroville, just make sure to know what to expect ahead of time. Now, as I mentioned, we do have some breaking news into our newsroom. A crash involving an 18-wheeler. Katrina Weber is live near South Callahan Road, which is not too far from State Highway, or pardon me, 151. Katrina, what is that scene looking like right now?
Well, we still have a lot of congestion here on the road. This has been going on since about 5:30 this morning. This is the tail end of things, really. Police starting to try to clear this. What happened is they say an SUV driver apparently did not see that 18-wheeler there as it was attempting to make a U-turn, hit the 18-wheeler, and then was dragged down the street to this point where you see the big rig has stopped. Now, the driver surprisingly suffered some injuries, but the worst of it, according to police, was a broken leg, a broken femur. So right now what is going on is we have a tow truck here, and they are attempting to clear this out. One lane of northbound South Callahan is closed, as you see here, as they're trying to get this wreckage cleared up. It does seem to be affecting traffic on the other side, slowing it down a bit. We have a little bit of a backup, but they are working to clear this up very quickly. And again, this had actually started about 5:30 this morning with that crash. The driver who was injured was taken to a hospital. Police say he's pretty lucky because, again, his car was dragged by the truck. Firefighters had to cut him out of his vehicle. But again, the worst injury, a broken leg. Reporting live on the west side, Katrina Weber, KSAT 12 News.
Thank you, Katrina. We'll be checking in with you through the morning. Well, with extremely hot summers and cold winters, the plants in our yards, they've been taking a beating.
They have. However, the plants that have survived best are native to this area. And Sarah Costa visited a new local nursery that only sells South Texas native plants.
So they're actually making it their mission to raise awareness on why it is better to plant native.
We used to stop at the nursery on Main Street, and I would go home with a pocket full of seeds.
Donald Gerber says his love for plants came from his mother, who showed him how to plant native with seeds. Now a master gardener and owner of the new local nursery Pollinatives in Converse, he wants to plant the seed of prioritizing native plants, not just in our minds, but in the habit of local gardeners.
So after the snow a couple years ago here, and then the heat just setting a record for a number of days over 100 degrees. You know, if you plant native plants, those plants are adapted to our area, they're used to our climate, they're used to our soil, they're used to our rainfall.
Planting native will also save you money and time.
Native plants use less water, so you have a lower water bill. They don't use fertilizer. You don't have to mow. You can get rid of your lawnmower. You get your time back on Sundays to watch football.
When the California transplant went to buy South Texas native plants for his backyard, he saw the problem.
You know, I got rid of all my grass at home, and I went shopping for native plants, and you know, it was difficult to find.
It's why for the past 2 years, Gerber has been working on opening an all-native to South Texas plant nursery. He's either grown the plants from seed himself, or they were grown by other local native plant enthusiasts. More importantly, he says his main goal is to raise awareness about the importance of planting native for our pollinators.
You're feeding those bugs. Those bugs are necessary to start the food chain. The bugs feed the birds and the lizards and the frogs and everything else. And without those native plants, then all the rest of that ecosystem just suffers.
An ecosystem that you can keep alive and thriving by building one in your own backyard with all native plants.
Nature is not somewhere else. Nature can be right outside your door. Nature is all around us.
So come support not just your local ecosystem, but a local business. Pollinatives is open Wednesday through Sunday, 9 to 6 p.m. I'm Sarah Costa, KSAT 12 News.
And before we go to weather with Mike, check this out. Kids playing on a boat on a flooded street.
Wow.
This is in Louisiana. This was after the National Weather Service reported dangerous flooding across the area on Monday. And this is, I mean, you can see the person kayaking in the background as well.
Well, we want rain, but not this much.
Oh, this is crazy, Mike.
A lot.
And a lot of times feast or famine. Gotta say, in situations
True.
like this, if there's ever flooding, don't go playing in that water, kids, because it can be kind of, you don't know what's there underneath it. So you always have to be very careful. Admittedly, yes, when I was little and would,
it looks fun.
Play in the water like that. So we do have some rain in the forecast down the road.
Whoa.
There is that chance. Now it's still a week away, and so you always have to kind of qualify that. But at least we're going to see a bit more of a kind of an overall pattern change. So a lot of folks went down to the coast this weekend, and some decided to stop by the Blue Ghost.
Oh, that's awesome.
USS Lexington. Have you ever been down to the Lexington?
I have not. I was going to ask if this was your photo.
I used to work down in Corpus Christi. We used to do a lot of fun live shots out there too. So really neat stuff.
Yeah, really, really good. Living history, basically, just about the same, well, some modifications from World War II, and actually spent a couple of nights on that. My boys were in Scouts. We were
that's cool.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for the KSAT Connect picture. All right, it's not lightening up yet. Still got a ways to go before the sun comes up. We're at 81 right now here in town. Same thing, Canyon Lake, Stinson. Temperatures have been holding steady. Yesterday we did hit 102. The 68th day that we have hit triple digits, and then just continue to add to that today. We are going to continue to rack them up not only today, but also the rest of the week. So we're going to be getting up into the mid-70s as far as the tally of triple digit days this year. 104 for the heat index today. So yeah, there's going to be enough leftover humidity to where you're actually, you'll definitely feel that 100 and then some later on today. 91 at noon. 1 o'clock, that's the normal high, so almost add 10 degrees to that. Again, we're going to be making it up to 101 later on this afternoon. Here's what we're talking about as far as the overall pattern shift. The high, which has been the unwelcome visitor for ever this summer, it seems like, is still going to be sticking around this week. It actually kind of slides in a little bit closer on top of us toward the end of the week. That's why things are going to be heating up. Then as we go into the latter part of the weekend, notice how the high starts to work its way off there a little bit, and it starts to weaken somewhat. So we don't have as much of the darker shade of red on the map, and we start to see a little bit more of the influence from the north coming on in here, and this big trough is going to be developing up there around the Great Lakes, and this is going to start to push a little bit further to the south. It is going to move a front into our area by the first and middle part of next week. Not a big cold front, not the one I was waiting for, but at least this thing's going to be lying in the vicinity. That's going to give us the chance for some rain, and also in this overall pattern, that is going to knock temperatures down. So we're looking at some mid-90s, at least by the middle part of next week, which is going to be welcome relief. Still slightly above normal, but obviously no triple digits, so anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees lower than what it is going to be today. So 101, then get up to 104 by the end of the week. Still a very hot week. Like I said, we continue to chalk up the triple digits and getting up into the mid-70s as far as the tally going through this weekend. Then that small chance of rain moves in here. 1 or 2 of them on Sunday, Monday, but especially going in toward the middle part of the week as it looks right now.
Very nice.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take the 90s.
Yeah.
Take the chance for rain.
Can't come soon enough. Yeah, that and some rain too. My grass is just the loveliest shade of kind of tan and brown. So
mine too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Mike.
Thank you, Mike. Almost 6:50, 80 degrees.
And healthy eating is important for all of us, but especially growing children. Tomorrow on GMSA, how San Antonio's WIC program is celebrating healthy eating this month.
And taking a quick live look out at the Alamo City. All right, maybe some sunshine peeking through. It's only just about 6:50. We know a lot of people headed back to school, headed back to work today. We're going to keep you posted if anything pops up. We'll be right back.
Good morning. Coming up here on GMA, it is a hot one for so many folks. Marquette, Michigan had an all-time hot September temperature of 95. There are many records possible to drop today. We'll get into all of that. And more on the rip current risk after a dramatic rescue of a surfer saving a struggling swimmer and a dangerous holiday weekend at the beach. You'll see those stories and so much more right here on GMA.
And before we go, some quick and quirky headlines. France is drowning in wine. So 80 million gallons of it. So the country is paying millions of dollars to destroy the excess supply. The Washington Post says it will cost France a whopping $216 million. The process involves turning wine into pure alcohol and then using it for other products like cleaning supplies and perfume. This stems from wine becoming more expensive to make, and the French are consuming less of it than years past.
Okay, instead of destroying it, send it our way. I'll pay for shipping. It'll be great. Instead of going through the whole conversion process to turn it into perfume or rubbing alcohol.
What wine goes best with Gator?
A little red wine with some Gator. A little Gator po' boy to start the morning. So this is video. This is the longest alligator ever captured in the state of Mississippi. 14 feet, 3 inches long. It is 800 pounds. The average length of a gator, just under 8 feet long. So hunting gators, it's been a sport. It's been permitted in the state since 2005. Back in 2021, a total of 776 gators were caught. Steph, you ever had a gator?
I think so. It's been
Mike's
a while.
shaking his head, yeah.
Can't remember. Yeah.
Tastes like chicken.
I feel bad eating it though. Okay, and right now, a happy reunion for a Louisiana family. A local animal control team rescued their 100-year-old tortoise named Biscuit. From a canal after a storm broke their back gate, and Biscuit got away. He was taken to an animal shelter, but is now back home and getting all the treats he wants.
Coming up today on GMSA at 9 a.m., Burbank High School students learning in the classroom and in the barn. They're going to be raising piglets.
Tiffany Huertas will be out there later this morning to tell us more about the skills and knowledge that students are developing in this program. So tune in for that and much more today on GMSA at 9.
All right, turning to traffic. Steven, how do the roads look?
Well, we saw from Katrina's live shot that it's been a busy morning for first responders in certain areas of town, but TransGuide cameras are showing a pretty good commute, or a pretty smooth commute, I should say. Just busier traffic there at 410 at McCullough. Watch out as traffic comes out your screen there at 410 at Blanco. Now, as I mentioned, Katrina Weber was live there where we saw a crash involving an 18-wheeler just off of South Callahan Road near State Highway 151. We know one lane was blocked and it looked like they were already in the clearing stages, so that's good news. But don't forget, we are spotting slowdowns. This is just one of them, US 90 just before 1604, Mike.
There's some of our morning clouds hanging around here, looking off by the airport. Temperature is still at 80 degrees. Feels like 85, though, when you factor in some of that humidity. 88 up there at Canyon Lake. And we've got a high today of 101. So we're going to continue to rack up the triple-digit temperatures all week long, getting up to 104 on Friday. So it is going to be a sizzling hot week, about 10 degrees above normal. But we do have just a chance for an overall pattern change next week, including a couple of showers.
We hope that will happen.
Yes.
That is good. Thanks for joining us.
See you back here, 9 a.m.